I don't want a job as a photographer.
Why?
Imagine recording someone down the aisle.
You remember there was that guy at UP where there was a scandal. They were exposing him on Facebook.
Oh yeah, from the twins' big brother.
Yeah. Saying he's a fraud. Yeah, and he said he was going to take pictures. Now I'm fighting for pictures. And that time you don't understand, man. It's just probably a technical error.
Man, speaking about the pictures, man. And I know the guy meant well, you know. And those times, man, we're dead broke university students. Nes was just cut a nigga off, you know. And it was my girl's graduation. And like I didn't have a gift, so I asked one of the niggas we went to high school with to like take pictures. He came there, cameraman, you know. I'm feeling saucy, like people that's my posing. Plug. Yeah, that's my plug. Yeah,
got people smiling and
man,
shit.
A month later, it told me, "Fuck, dog, I lost everything."
So people,
it was.
So you know what's what now?
Yeah, I know he meant it because no,
you know what
dog,
I
but
find
like
crazy. Like, you basically made people stand there. Posing,
bro, and these are my in-laws now, fam.
All of them, and now you just gonna tell them now, nigga. All of that doesn't exist.
Like it's gone.
Damn, man.
Dude, it's insane, fam.
That is sad, though.
I know.
That is sad. But man, it's technical errors, bro.
I know,
shit happens,
dude.
Bro.
Shit happens, man. It's just that it happens. But like, shouldn't happen on important moments, you know.
But it will happen. Like one day we will record a whole episode. No, like this time I'm telling you, there's gonna be a day we will record a whole episode.
Bro, like
some shit happens, things get corrupted or whatever.
I remember I told someone at work about the pod, and the first thing they asked me is the video.
Mm-hmm.
You see the visual aspect of why it's important?
Why?
Because people love watching people vibe. Even when they don't want to pay attention, they'll come back like, "Yo,
why they love it?"
So yeah, man, let's not pray on our downfall like that.
These niggas look like they're having too much of a vibe.
Yeah,
what's
man.
going on? I want to catch it.
Let's not.
But alright, man. All right. Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast that honestly people don't even know of, Third Avenue, aka Tap. And yo, man, this is your boy Vinny and
Hussein.
And yo, man, we just back at it again. It's another day, another dollar.
Two of us again. Don't worry, the guests are coming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. When they come, they come. You know how we are disorganized human beings. We thrive in chaos. So whoever wants to pull up on the pod, they'll pull up on the pod. You know.
But they will, man. I do hope so. You know, it's not
just a vibe. You know.
I feel like it's so much pressure if you had to try and run a podcast gunman alone, because then you're really dependent on other people, and like being dependent on people, specifically strangers at this point, because if you want to get good interviews,
I think the just building
with no name or
if
no by the way, shout out to the new subscribers, man.
Hey, shout out.
We got 25 right now, nigga. Come on, guys, let's push it. Let's get to 30.
It actually doesn't matter with me. You just, whatever you guys want to do and you feel like you want to join us on this journey, do it, man.
Yeah, man.
But like, don't ever be one of those niggas when it's 10 years down the line and you're like, you know, I was the first subscriber.
Yeah, well, do that, nigga. Let me tell you, I do the same thing. You know, in that underground YouTuber where you got him, he was still like 10K. He was just he was still struggling, and then one day he's in the millions.
He's posting that crying video like, you guys have changed my life. You know, I don't even have to work out.
But I think
do that for us, man.
We love people when we love we love to raise people. We like to see people on the come up.
I don't think everyone thinks like that.
No one hates you when you still
when you're not the dog.
Nigga, let us make some money right now, nigga. Or things just start changing.
Look how out of touch he is.
Yeah, look how out of touch.
Showing off the Rolex that he bought for his brother.
Yeah,
it's like, bro,
come on, nigga. Life's good, bro.
Amen. But anyway, you know, as we usually start off these
podcasts, man, with our off the dome, man. We're gonna
it's just off the dome. We've said this. Stop censoring.
You know, when I was thinking about this thing, and I was like, you know, one day when you have to do, because you know these podcasts, they can do tours. like, you know, you do different tours. I feel like this would be such a dope way just to generally start the podcast with an off the dome segment.
Yeah.
And then we just freestyling, and then for vibes we can bring one of the people on stage.
I just hope one day we come and grow to the point where we have fans, and fans who are musicians can just like submit their beats.
Let's not call them fans, man. Let's call them supporters.
I'm not gonna the people part of our cult. Like everything always starts as an organization. We are the people.
Yeah.
And then people start selling their homes and shit to get into a meme coin. We're not saying we're gonna
but that's how you make your money, man. That's how you make your
but yeah,
bread.
I get what you're saying. It'll be such a beautiful thing just to do this in like on a tour. But as I was saying that I hope that we can get where we are sitting with the Tap family, whatever we're gonna call you in the future. We haven't like made you all up because y'all are still.
You guys, we're dreaming right now, man.
We're dreaming. So I just hope where like some people could send their beats. The beats through, dog. We know we can slam on them. Some of them, hopefully, we can come in there at some music critique. You know, you never know. Tap records.
Tap records. The guy making I'm thinking rap, lad.
Nah, if we just be basically borrowing Druski's. That shit is hilarious.
Could have been records.
Could have been.
Oh my God. Now yes, could have been the house. That nigga's ahead of the game, bro. Some niggas is just.
Yeah, man. So, man, welcome to Off the Dome segment. For those who don't know what Off the Dome is, it is straight from the dome, meaning straight from the head. Whatever you say comes out. We play a random beat from YouTube. And yeah, man, let's see where it goes.
I don't think we need to explain this segment sometimes.
You know what?
Get into it, man.
I've been watching like YouTubers for years.
Yeah.
Who literally do that every time, because you never know.
We're not YouTubers, bro. We are podcasters, man.
We're artists.
Oh my God. Yeah, nigga, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't try and complicate the situation.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh.
You see,
I'm gonna go back into that one. But anyway, let's go. You're pivoting. Welcome, guys. It's a Friday, slow Friday. So we're gonna switch things up for you guys. Shout out to the boy Jamal. That's what his YouTube channel, and this is the beat that we're using.
What if we shouting out these guys so they can copy strike us or something?
Damn, bro.
You know, so yeah, man.
No, man. They'll just reach out, dog. We're not making any money from this, Rabon. Ish. You know, I'm Ish. You're gonna go first, bro.
Ah, boy.
Ish. Like to take my time. I know that I'm looking for the motherfucking next rhyme. Ish. Like Aiden hostess Tina Sachereza. Ish, boy, you know it's been a bad week, but now I'm gonna act like I gotta fucking sleep. But I know this shit is deep. What I wanna go out, ish. What I don't not talk about. What I got no money, but I know it's a little funny. But it's just a Friday, got a little bit more time.
Hey, it's a Friday night. I know too many niggas drinking Hennessy. I mean, I ain't kaya, so easy pizza. Pussy Cody, pussy cold drink. Maybe Sprite or Fanta. Oh, you thought I was saying Coke? No, nigga, this is South Africa. Everything is cold drink.
Everything is cold drink. For us who don't drink, see pussy dash. Then they telling us, them why you pussy dash.
Don't drink.
But anyway, let me catch the flow, but I gotta go. Now I'm moving my feet to the motherfucking beat. I ain't even gonna take a seat. You know I was born with 2 left feet, but today I'm moving up all night because I'm partying all night with the homies. Wifey asking me why she come with the homies, cause you know
it's different. Listening to Niger piano, pushing the grind. Some taxi boy, you look so fine. Come over, let's talk about it. You know, I got
fresh. Dog, we were just like
We're
going.
still bumbling it.
Yeah, no, we were getting
Scott Puma, watch out, boy.
Who's that? Who the hell is that, man? I feel like that was so short. I felt like that was too short,
You
though.
don't know who Scott Puma is, bro.
No, man. Let's look for some. Who the hell is that, bro?
He's the current piano pop star right now. Like
Really?
like vocalist, like rapper. We should just call them niggas rappers, low key.
Hey, and now I'm gonna put
I'm not even gonna say that. Yo, before niggas get emotional. I was calling the piano artists, rappers, and I was like, nah, let me not do that, cause then niggas will shoot you down, man.
You know I love you.
you know I gotta switch this voice.
It's about time. Kalabantara bafuniman. Ungaresingan. So tatili. Moto sihambe mama. Wantalela isinto sami. We are drinking in the back of the club, baby. This is fucking crazy. Tina sifuni mali. 2 days off the dome is lazy. Today, let it drop on in. Beat it drop on in. Beat it drop on in. I say I've got so many regrets for trying to make off the dome so different. Now I feel like it's not important, but I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed either, but we gotta support local music just to say we about the music. Shake on my hips and shy umlando. And no one's gonna take us fucking seriously. So let's move with the motherfucking beat now. Everybody come back, let's start party now. You gotta sit down now, you gotta do it now. What you dance like a motherfucking clown? Now you looking so funny. Round to the people now, you say you wanna party. Man, you told me that you gotta start it. Gotta submit the test on Saturday, but I don't even know what the back row way. Yo, Mr. Worldwide, coming in with the cool flows. I got the shades on. And you got the haircut too, so you are Mr. Worldwide. Niggas gon' looking so fly. I'm sorting my suit right now. Tuxedo got it all, nigga. I'm looking fly. Why? I'm Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, baby. Mr. Worldwide. Tina sifuni mali. Tina Sahareza. Tina sifuni mali. Tina Sahareza. They beat their pela manje, so you don't even know where you go. But A for effort for trying to make a beat that sounds local. But this beat sounds like a white boy made it, thinking about how piano could sound. But a revolutionary piano, Donash. Well, I think this is the time we just end this segment. Yeah. I think you know what it gives me? It gives like I'm watching an ad on YouTube. Mara, you know what? Shout out, dog. Shout out MVD, VKI, BT. We'll plug you. You know what? Actually, shout out, man. You know what? I appreciate it. I just saw the guy.
I told you this off the dome segment is gonna catch up to us, bro.
It's not even catching up. That was actually way funner than I was. The second part, I was actually having a lot of fun.
The thing is, it gets, some people do,
Yeah.
honestly, you must just be appreciative. You know, when you put that thing on your link, some niggas going in the office as a guy, gentleman, just there. Now they see.
You know, it's the thing is, bro. It's like it's just a vibe, I think sometimes you just gotta just have a vibe, man. It was actually fun, actually trying to think about concepts. I felt like it was a parody of all the way and it's like a funny thing, right? Because you're looking at all these artists and everyone's real, right?
Yeah.
But like in essence, making sounds and making music is kind of hilarious. Like let's break it down.
What do you mean? I think
So the thing about the first nigga who just went and then niggas were like Nigga, what the fuck? Right? And I gotta know we had like all these ape men. Like
So you thinking who was the first one
and
to
then
slap the note?
and then the note, and then they would. So
First of all, we don't know how those guys sounded. That's how the television has interpreted that.
but I'm also thinking that's how it is, right? This is my.
But then why don't monkeys sing?
We actually don't know. There's so many.
What do you mean you don't know?
Every
nigga?
time,
What monkey have you
Because
ever
I
seen?
noticed. I don't want to go into it. The other time they found these motherfuckers who you were using sticks, man.
No. Those are apes. Yeah, they started using tools now.
So what I'm
hunt.
saying is, a lot of, and I love science because science always comes back and says, and it sucks because you can learn something for a very long time, and then they're like, shit.
But that's a real question. I can't think about it.
But let's go back to the topic at hand, right? I imagine this guy, right? All the men were going out hunting. Right?
Why does it have to be a man? What if it was a woman who first?
No, let me cook. Bro, I'm building the plot of how I think happened.
Yeah, but you must be gender confirmed.
No. This is how I'm thinking the first pop star was born.
Okay.
I'm talking about R&B,
But you're
D'Angelo
saying
type.
my argument is why does this first pop star have to be a male?
He was a, what do they call us? He was a Homo sapien or the other one. I don't know.
Okay.
So
you only say the Homo sapien, those only nigga Homo
no,
sapien, whatever.
what I'm saying
It's not a Homo
is, it's
sapien.
like
Is it a Homo-
it's like Mrs. Pels and Mr. Pels. There was a
Okay.
time where they had to come and redact. I don't even know which gender it is. It changes, fam. So let's say this said,
Then would you then say
okay, let me.
that them niggas are trans because they can?
I'm not entertaining this.
No.
You're making me. You're making me
No,
lose
no.
my thought.
Okay, my bad.
You're making me lose my thought.
But
about
that was a valid question. I wasn't just trying to be controversial or anything.
I don't
I'm just
know. I don't. This is not what I'm
As
trying
in
to
you said it
do.
was Mrs. Pels, and then now it's Mr. Pels, and you know.
I
they
didn't think about it like that.
could've- Okay.
It's just that technology gets way more advanced and science comes back and say, hey, we thought this and this is it. But anyway, let's just say the first person to pull a vocal, right? All of them because they have a low octave. We're assuming because they go, woo, 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 right?
Oh, like monkeys.
Right?
Okay. Like
no, they don't.
okay.
We're assuming. Heavily assuming. That's what I'm saying. And then, but I'm just gonna make him a nigga because the way I'm building up my stories is the way I would think. Okay, let's say the first nigga to sing. I'm not saying the first person or the first whatever, but this is how it is. These niggas were like, hey man, basically telling them shit like, yo, how come you never come hunt with us, man? Why you all acting all emo, right? He was like, just leave me alone. And he would sit there in the cave on the sun one day. And then one day they just pressed him and he just pulled these vocals. Woo! And then the niggas laughed. Right? They were laughing at him. They're like, nigga, what the fuck was that? And then the baddies just started pulling up. Hey.
Yeah, the cave mummies.
Yeah, the cave mummies came there. They were like, could you do that again? And he's just sitting there. I'm assuming because obviously they're not cutting hands. What? That, then he just goes, and they're like, oh my God. Now the niggas start hating. Now they're pushing him in the corner. You think you can steal our woman and you don't even hunt? You're out here, we don't even know what you're doing with your mind. We can't even talk. This is my analogy of the way I'm viewing it, right?
Okay.
And this nigga now, a whole cave nigga comes in. He's like, yo. I can't hunt either, but I can be your manager. Me and you, because we're not hunters, I talk well. Let me do the talking for you. And then this nigga goes around the world, when they're in the wars. He's out there passing out rocks and pictures. I'm like, yo, man, this is the new, what would we name the pop star for Homo sapiens at that time?
Real rock.
Yeah, like this real rock nigga. And then they go there, they're like, oh, and then after, when he's in war, he's always chilling. And then when the women come, they're like, and then he just goes, and he just winks, and they're like, oh.
And these are all
Yeah, this
Caveman.
is my. All of them is just caveman things. You know what I mean? They don't shower, and this nigga's coming in.
That's how the pearls get introduced into the game.
Yeah, and then this
nigga needed to ice up.
Drop there like this.
Niggas started with the ladies, but it didn't. It was that nigga, the real rock said,
Sorry,
man.
That was my bullshit way of me thinking about how the first pop star. It's basically just taking modern things and just planting it.
But I feel like it's a genuine question, man. You see, this is why I love this part, man. We discuss the real topics. Where did the first vocal start? Can niggas answer that? No. Neil deGrasse Tyson? No.
Hey, yo, man, that nigga will give us a whole essay and a video. Hey, man, that nigga.
The won't, bro. Yeah, man. You know.
That nigga measured Thor's hammer, fam.
We really need to discuss smart guys. We need to discuss smart niggas. Because I feel like, I think we all, back in the days, we all appreciated a wise ass. You know, the guy who read too much books, you know. And he knows unnecessary facts about when you ask someone why is the sky blue, then he'll come, you know, the projections of the blah 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 blah. Cool, bro. That was cool back then. This is 2025, my guy.
Yeah.
I got Google, bro. You don't need to know everything, bro. If I wanted to know, maybe I would have what? Googled it.
Yeah, fair.
These niggas be giving me unsolicited information for no reason.
You know, I think, what I've picked up, right? As a person who loves learning new things, right? I think what tends to happen is people love soundboarding what they've learned.
No, that's true.
Because I for me to understand the topic that I know my shit, it's also good that I know it's unsolicited, but if that person's also so intrigued by what you're saying, they're going to ask you questions.
How would you know they're intrigued, bro?
Is when they start actually asking you questions like, yo, damn, I didn't snap. Whoa, that's interesting. What? You know what I mean?
How do you know he's not trolling you?
I mean, some people are not like you, bro. Let me just say that. Some people are just not like you. Some people had a nice high school experience. They didn't go around entertaining themselves with the sake of just egging on. That's just pure evil. Don't think people think like you. The people ain't bored.
I mean, hey, bro, you seem like you're into what you're saying, man. Let me just give you what you need. You feel me?
I think
I'm doing a service.
I think the only time it goes off topic is when your homie knows it all. Like when you were like when you were back in uni and y'all are trying to pull, and this nigga doesn't read the room, and now he wants to do I know this shit all now. You know, you know how many times. And this sounds very sad to say. You know how many times I've let a girl say some dumbass shit, but because you're trying to because you don't want to show her your true colors of correcting, especially because you know what was the biggest one when you were that time when we were like in uni early days.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, I also know Marvel and DC. Yeah. You know, Superman is in Marvel, and you're just like, yeah.
And then you get your nigga like, actually,
yeah,
my nigga, this is why you didn't get no pussy.
And you're like, dude,
just let it be.
Let it be.
Let's all enjoy.
And the ladies, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that.
What? Why are you apologizing to the ladies? It's the truth.
No.
Okay, Patrice O'Neill, R.I.P. He was one of the a very outspoken comic in America.
Yeah.
He was known.
I know him.
Yeah, he was known for that thing of he doesn't care. He says what he feels. Right. He asked the question. Right. Ladies, if your vagina.
Okay, I know that one.
Yeah. How would you keep your man?
Private.
How would you keep your man? Like isn't it fine to say vagina? What if we're discussing medical terms?
Then you have to put that it's a medical.
Okay, a medical vagina. Isn't it better?
No. I think again because there's the licensing thing that you put what this thing is, what's the content for. Then you must specify especially when it comes to like medical terms or whatever. Hey man, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, so just make sure when you post this episode, just put it under the medical section. Doctors be just chilling.
Nigga, what? How are we going to visit you chilling then? Just find
Because
that.
we all know that this day and age
So yes,
doctors
I
are
watched the
watching
video
YouTube
that you're
tutorials.
talking about.
Yeah.
I watched the entire video.
Yeah, but like basically the question is true. It's like, ladies, how would you keep a man if your vagina had to be like
Okay, you know what?
eviscerated
Let me
and
say
stuff
this.
like
let
that?
me say this. We're gonna leave this one for
Yeah.
our next female guest, please. Because you know why? I don't
We
think
just need to put a bookmark and remember it.
Because if you ask it now, it's not gonna.
Yeah, because we don't have the. I get what you're saying.
It's
But
this thing.
I brought it up because I
'cause-
feel like it's a genuine good question because it makes you rethink. Well, I feel like it questions the thing of when women say what they feel like they mean to a man, and or, you know, it can become philosophical.
Welcome to the Red Pill podcast. Yeah, go on, nigga.
How is it red pill, man?
That's usually
When niggas just talk about normal nigga stuff, it's called red pill. Come on, man. Hey, while we speak about red pill, I was did you know I was watching a video about Liver King? Remember Liver King?
You mean a fraud?
The fraud guy, right? So now apparently Liver King actually had a documentary.
The Netflix one.
Yeah, Netflix documentary. I didn't know this. I don't even.
I heard it was
never
coming
came
out. I thought it
Right?
was coming out. Yeah.
Bro, that guy was he's such a scam artist that in the documentary he's plugging that he's now natural and eating fruit and stuff. And I'm like, bro, why do people do this? Like, you really have to be in another state of mind
Bro.
for you to just. This is why lying. I always say, guys, lying starts off like you don't blame niggas about lying. Because lying starts at a very young age. It starts when you're a kid. You're telling your homies that you have an elevator at your house,
Why do kids do that?
hyping it up. But then one of the niggas said, but why does your dad pick up you with the Runex? You know, the Toyota Runex. Now, you know, the car's in the shop. Spotted the gardener's car. Stuff like that. It starts off lies like that. You can't let it go. The only way you can even let go of the lies is just change schools, you know? Start afresh, start a new lie. But you keep the lie going. And these lies will get out of hand. Now parents are coming, parents evening. The teachers are greeting them like they're serious businessmen. They don't understand. They're like, what's going on? They're like, no, don't. You know, your child told us who you are and it seems very important. And yeah, bro, kids are liars. And you see those liars, they grow up persisting, lying. And then you just get a bloody pathological liar. That's what Liver King is. Like you can't you can't wake up every morning. You know?
Hey man, and the thing is, I don't ever, you know you have a problem with like dog. You see,
And then you release sorry man. It's like, you know, when they, you know, because we live in the day and age of technology and then we have these podcasts happening and then the guy they'll be asking, man, do you take steroids? Man, I swear to God, man,
I do not have sexual relations
you know,
with that
all
woman.
it took me to get to this point in my life, and I understand it to many other
When
people. Like, he's there chopping it up. And then they show those
It's like a
clips,
Bill Clinton thing,
then
bro.
he gets exposed. Now,
It's like a Bill, that's the
they start always apology video. You know, my hope in life is to not make an apology video.
But like the thing
Bro,
is,
it is
what
the
are you
worst.
apologizing for? And you know what's the thing about
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
You read it, you lied.
and the thing is, you don't want to be like the apology video.
I'm
has-
sorry. No, but you know,
No, it doesn't even
don't
say sorry.
No,
They
you're
usually-
not what pisses me off with some these apology videos of liars. Don't say I made a mistake. I learned that sometimes nigga you
And then-
lie. Nigga just say yo, niggas, I lie.
lied.
Nigga, I'm trying to make this bread just like you, bruh. Shit, nigga, just let a nigga be. And then let your career die from there. Don't try. And
Because you keep on, because you
just-
think people are stupid. That's the thing.
Exactly, you're insulting our intelligence.
Because we will think, like, should we forgive you or not? It's like a simple thing. It's like, yo, dog, you know what? What I did is fucked up. I lied.
I want to make money.
You know,
Yeah.
I thought first, and you even explained, I really believed in it, and there were times.
No, but that's what happens to a pathological lie.
Because I think, I'm not saying even with the Liver King, I think he tried, and he was just like, nah, fam.
Tried what?
Like eating livers and all these things,
No,
and he
but
was like, nah, fam.
No, he probably does eat the livers. No one is saying you don't eat
No,
the
but
livers.
you know
don't
what that
say,
nigga said
bro,
once?
did you see that nigga's physique, bro? You know that nigga's physique. And you blatantly tell people, nah, this is all natural. It's because I eat livers. Nigga, I don't even know. You see, the problem with the internet, I've realized the internet is a weird-ass place. You know when I realized this? Recently, I was listening to Euphoria. The Kendrick Lamar diss track.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how we thought that the beef shouldn't have ended there, bro. That song
It's
is
beautiful.
Bruh.
Powerful.
He
He said everything that
everything he did. I don't know what. And you still had niggas in denial. I'm like, there's no way. Like, you know, the first time I listened to it, I was like, nah, this is over. But you know, people can make you question the internet. Make it, bro, Drake stood no chance.
For me, it's like
there was no need for meet the Grahams. I won't lie to you. There was no need for that. There was no need for even
for me,
us.
it's like I've realized, man, as a person who's even went to scale, guys. Let me put you on game, guys. You know, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theory, right? Like theorist or anything. Everything they teach you in life is a form of a lie until proven wrong. Right?
Yeah.
There are just certain things, for example, we cannot deny gravity. We cannot come here and talk about flat earth things. I mean, it's hilarious to talk about, right? There's just certain things where it's like, okay, let's not be an idiot about this, right? And the whole community, I remember even a nigga that were trying to, like, I don't know, shoot a rocket to measure if the world curves. Bro, why y'all just need God, man. Like, this is going too far, right?
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, it's essentially what I realized, like framing, especially when you're watching stuff now, right, guys? And I even told my brother, and I'm just gonna touch on it and then we're gonna let it go. I said, when especially in South Africa right now, in the real, we have like a thing of a white genocide thing going on, and I'm not even gonna tag it in our videos, so whoever listens to it. I don't even wanna give it because it genuinely makes me sad and pissed. But when I watched even people I watched growing up, like with Jordan Peterson, watching people, you're like, oh, these people are smart. Say stuff that happened in your country day to day, and you're just like,
this is
no way. But what I'm going back to you, and you also feeling like, hi man, why are you cooking me? Like, it's like they're making you delusional, Mara. Are they?
You know what, for me, that signifies what you just described.
It's very dangerous,
No,
man.
it signifies something to, us fellow common men. There's no such thing as a smart nigga. Some niggas just stupid. Like you, the thing is, because again, like you know how, like you put it on, like Jordan Peterson. I have so much respect for what you accomplished and the things you did. But the realization of misinformation can really make someone seem as, first of all, it makes them seem a bit ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You even now, you as like us common guys, you start thinking, you know what, man, I shouldn't have a lot of opinionated things when it comes to
certain shit I don't know.
Complex things. Like now, it makes you start thinking about the conversation between Israel and Gaza, because then it's that thing of who has more of a mouthpiece. Who's the one who can?
Who has the media? Who has the access? Who has the?
I feel like a fair thing that a lot of people would say to you. Have you been there?
You see?
And people hate that. They hate when like you say to someone, "This is what." Have you been there?
Exactly.
Because I feel like that experience.
So even as a fellow South African and being on the end of the stick, it made me question a lot of things that come out of that country, like about other countries. It was like, bro, it's so dangerous because, and the way, man, they say this thing convincingly, bro. like convincing,
crazy.
and it's like, yo, fam,
Why is it even a conversation?
like, dude, did you go through the research? Did you try and go? It's not like it's not on the internet. It's not like it's hidden, and you know what sucks about it in American politics, which is, for me, no offense to y'all niggas, but the way you guys see the world is fucking stupid as shit. Meaning that if you guys see shit as black and white, right? In our country, in South Africa, there are many people, even in our own homes, who follow different political parties, and it's not that deep.
Yeah, I mean,
and then
leave alone the political party thing there. You could be of a different culture because another one married
different
another one.
different
religion,
religion. Somehow we'll make it foster. We'll have our bias, right?
Yeah.
But somehow when it comes to you guys, right? Even with the situation it is, depending on who the media, this, and then you know what sucks now. Every time they try to rectify it, this is the left wing media, and you're like, bruh,
Bro, like for
it's
me,
facts.
we have those people. They are killing black people. Cops are killing black people. Like it's
No, we have a crime
I feel like,
issue.
no. I feel
Bro.
like a fair judgment is like, bro, worry about your problems.
And then
I worry about mine.
And
Because
we even
that's the thing that I also like respected a lot about our president, because it's not gonna be a who like, because it's easy for him to be like, really nigga. We are killing. Oh, you want me to show? You're showing pictures of dead farmers, nigga. Let me show you pictures of the black individuals who were killed by your law enforcement.
because at the end of the day, it's like, what I'm saying is,
come on, man.
we
It's
are not,
backwards.
and it sucks because we know as South Africans that crime, everything just affects. Like they think we just go around like. You're driving your Mercedes and you're about to get hijacked. They're like, hey, mama, we're no sharp. Meaning that, because you're black, just carry on driving.
Oh,
bro,
my
there's shit
shit.
in the media.
Nigga, they rob us the most.
And there's even shit now, a lady who even died now currently, and we're busy with this bullshit in our own goddamn country. We're busy with this. And everyone's talking about this, and there's shit happening in our country saying, yo, guys, we have a problem with crime. We keep on saying the same thing. Yo, man, niggas.
Nah, but this nigga put us on blast, bro. He just put us on the
No, the
map.
thing is, now we're trying to go through and we're like, bro,
everyone-
y'all know from day one, the stats, worldwide stats, every type of stats.
Bro, you know what?
it.
You know, for me, what hurts me the most.
It hurts, fam.
You know what hurts me the most, bro?
Well,
Man, what did we do to Elon? Why is this nigga like this to us, bro?
bro, I
Like
think
this nigga, the way he's just like, bro, like you nigga, you grew up here, nigga.
and allegedly it even sucks, and I don't even gonna get into
Bro,
it.
this guy grew up here, bro. Like I'm finding, does money really just do that to your nigga, bro?
Bro, and the
You
thing
a
is,
heartless
and it
ass
sucks,
nigga.
and it sucks because what you're doing is,
But he doesn't even. But my thing, bro, I'm so sorry, bro. Like you really not, you really, bro. You lack the compassion, just like, bro, for 5 minutes. You know. Bro, nah, come on, man.
but anyway, let's not
But
even,
it is, man. Let's not
because we're
I don't
gonna
know
try.
why
You
we're
don't
getting-
even, we don't know because it sucks, bro. It's dividing people on stuff that, because like I said, the framing, what made this thing, bro. I don't think you realized, like when I watched it, like seeing it and the way it was framed was like icon.
Because for me, it made it worse because I listen to the Breakfast Club every morning, so I do listen to their media.
It's
And
just
and when they're presenting it like it's like, nigga, why? You know, and the person that I wish could, because Charlemagne honestly sometimes can come up and criticize and get the information and give people certain bars that they don't know. I don't know. Meg G is supposed to be home is that nigga. Give a nigga a call, tell him,
like,
hey man,
and
come
then
on,
first of
man.
all, bro, you cannot collect data about another country in your country. Like you can't go on CBS or whatever thingy and expect to understand the stats in South Africa. There's .gov. You can Google. You just have to scavenge it, and they teach us these things in university. You can go just as much as I go on your way.
Let's not forget that education system on the other side is lacking.
It
Them
seems
niggas-
as if it seems. And
Poor education
it just sucks
That's
because
Squaw is made it has taken over with intellectual capability.
Jesus.
Whenever you hear someone, those are the niggas that I don't trust. No niggas with smooth as.
But anyway, just since we're actually even talking about like media and whatever, but now we're going to talk about AI.
Yeah.
I even showed you the video now.
Yeah. Bro, I think
It's over, man.
AI makes me. Like, AI really makes me think a lot. Like, every day when I go to the office and I just see the power of this thing.
It's like, and every month there's like a fucking shit.
And the thing is, like, sometimes you wish like you can call someone like, yo, bro. Because I know a lot. There's actually a crazy amount of people that they don't use it. They don't even know where to start using it. And I get it, right? But like, because it took me some time to start engaging with it and starting to trust it,
prompt
it and see how, and then the more you use it, you're like, yo.
The more you understand it, the more you understand its flaws,
and then
you come back, ask it something you asked it like a couple of months ago, and now it knows how to do it.
Now it's your. He knows you.
So
he knows you. He
so
knows what
hey man, I was just talking about that Google Vivo, whatever it's called. Because I get now there were other ones.
But that thing would only, like, when I think about it, the what he's basically referring to is
it's an AI video.
Agents, the ones that make
video generating.
Generators right now and stuff. First of all, my question is, how does it make the nyama? How does it know the skin? Like, sometimes
it's called what do you call it? But essentially what we do it in machine learning. But what it's doing is I don't want to get into nerdy, but and also I don't want to get into these topics because nerds are gonna come because I'm not smart enough.
What we realized, what we discussed previously,
that niggas are gonna come.
No knows nothing. There's no smart guy.
So the biggest. Let me break it down like this before I even get to the biggest. You must always remember that an AI agent uses tokens, which means it breaks down specific patterns, or it picks up on a pattern. To it must go back down to, it's a computer. It's not seeing words the way you see words. It's not seeing pictures the way you see pictures. All of it's still gonna be math. That's where the sentient part can't kick in. That's where it can't deduce and understand a human thing, because it's still just a bunch of numbers. Everything is just, those tokens are basically trying to figure out what you're saying using that token method of it. That's why when it's generating those tokens and you ask it something, it's not necessarily answering you like a person. It's answering you in the basis of what pattern or neural network it's using, that it's figured out. Oh, someone asked something like this and someone answered like this on its training data. And then it comes back. And then on top of that, they've added, I don't know if the other models added it, but DeepSeek did it as well, where it's like reinforcement learning, reward thingy. So it'll fail, and then as soon as it gets it right, it gets rewarded. So it keeps on learning. That's why people don't understand that AI agents, the thing is, people say, oh, it's whack. But that's why it keeps on. Yeah, because the more mistakes.
Every month, the more mistakes it makes,
the better it's gonna get, because it's learning.
It's such an exponential
growth. The growth is insane.
Because it's like, it keeps just getting
better and better and scary. Admittedly scary, because it's like, I, as a person, I've experimented with like vibe coding, right?
Yeah.
You first start, like, we went to school, you first started, you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna build a risk model, let's say credit default, like likelihood of you defaulting based on your job, your age, whatever, all of that, right? First you look at it and you understand the models, you watch it, right? There's a point where It's the vibes, bro. That's why they say vibe coding. You just let it go and you don't know what the fuck this thing just did. Like, and it just created a whole folder for you to put on GitHub, generated graphs, wrote everything, and now you're asking yourself, oh man. And there's this back before what in coders, like I'll say I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer. Programmer is someone who gets into someone who needs, it's like an experience thing. So what I would say is generally people, I'm not like developers, data scientists and data analysts who code, some of them are right. The main thing is a copy and paste method, right? I go online, my code doesn't work. Someone probably on Stack Overflow, which was this place where it's like a forum, you paste your piece of code. Hey, my thing doesn't want to run, right? Now, you're a uni student, or your thing doesn't want to run, you paste it into Google, it gets into Stack Overflow, you go into this page, then someone says, I fixed it like this, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine this.
That thing
that
knows
same
all
all of that shit. It sucks because Stack Overflow now is like, it's like what?
It's becoming obsolete.
It's because now everyone is like, dog, now I must wait for someone to answer me on something that I'm probably gonna try. Yes, we're not saying it's gonna get it right the first time. But it's going to give you many multiple ways until you get it right.
And until it gets it right itself.
So it becomes this thing where...
It's not like a human who gives up.
Yeah, so there was a guy where...
So those tokens are like drugs, basically, like in Nyaupe. When they win it.
No. That's when it's a reinforcement.
Oh shit, man!
No, that's when it's using like a reinforcement algorithm. That's when it's like, oh shit,
I need more. This cool.
Yeah. Usually the reinforcement learning was used in like it was mainly used in, would say, robotics, right? And it's weird because the like AI and robotics started overlapping, because now when they build like robotic things,
they're thinking about it's the one that focused mainly more on automation
and stuff like actual physical automation is weird because that's the part of AI that people don't actually realize it hasn't done shit.
Yeah,
like it struggles. Like,
I mean, at least can automate driving cars now.
Yeah, but like I don't think people understand that. I don't want, let's say, you see this pinky of mine.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think it would be for Boston Dynamics to make a finger do exactly this? Because that's the R&D and billions of dollars just to get.
Elon Musk is also scamming people.
Where just to get
pretending like he has,
and he can't.
These robots.
The robot part is where we're sucking, right? Yeah, you guys are talking about you're talking about artificial, and we are heavily. The wheels on the vehicle is easy.
Oh man, what's going on, bro?
What happened?
This guy caused my whole thing to pause. But anyways, you can continue.
Is it
up your audio? Yeah, but yeah.
So it's like the moment where I don't like this doomsday mentality, and then you just go back and you're like, yo, y'all are talking about this AI taking over, but these robots can barely walk. They walk like shit. You tip them over. Yes, then they'll stand up in unhuman ways.
Yeah.
Like, and the way of it. But the beauty of it, I hate the fact that people are not noticing the gap that it feels for people who learn differently. You understand? Visual learners.
Yeah.
And I'm like one of those people.
It can accommodate
everything of people
learning
learning
methods, yeah.
Men learning method. I believe everyone somehow can learn math, right? That's me. I just believe that everyone can learn math. You're just gonna have to find a way to teach people math.
But you see, that's why I was saying that I feel like this delay that I think we're doing, I believe it's a delay. This play around it, it's instead of now having a lot of people making documentaries about how, or videos about how AI is going to change, and then a lot of companies trying to play around this thing, I feel like we have to, the thing that I'm mainly more concerned is about the government component, the society, like, so, because I feel like,
in what sense, what do you mean the government?
Like, companies are always innovating. Governments don't need to innovate as much. And then even when they want to innovate, what do? They get a private company to come in to assist with some innovation. And in this regard, like I'm saying, is the whole concept of the education system is becoming honestly like redundant, useless. And already before AI came into play,
It was
already discussed as a thing that doesn't seem to have the benefits that it's presented to have. So now that, as you said, like now learning could be different for children at a much cheaper cost. You don't even need to think about this. In most genius kids, most smart kids, they all, what made them even more of a genius and so forth, because they don't attend the same classes. The reason why they even became better was why they had one-on-one sessions.
That's always usually the case.
Yeah, they always focused on them because they're special and they do that. But now imagine you have AI, an agent that can do that for your kid, and then is basically working at its pace or something.
Yeah.
But then obviously the fear is, what if the AI is teaching? That's the sentient point that you are mentioning.
So when you're speaking about AI and you were talking about children, did you hear the most phenomenal news? And guys, I'm a patriot for this, for my university, that we have the youngest
actual
yes, man. I do not have Mongiwa Hazel Ntuli. She's 17 years old and she has an actuarial science degree. From the University of, and I'm actually going to come back to you. Shout out to that. That is phenomenal work. And the fact of the matter is, I wonder if she used some AI to understand some actuarial statistics and stuff. She probably did.
I doubt it.
But no. I would say this. Remember, we are talking about learning. There are different methods. I think what people suck with, right? If I did, I was wondering, and I was telling my wife, because I studied with actuary kids in my degree, right? And actuary kids, I think people think, and this is no disrespect to her, I'm sure maybe, but she's a prodigy. She's definitely a prodigy. So
she passed that shimmer distinction
and she's already doing honors. Yeah. But like I used to tell her, I'm like, yo, you guys think engineers are bad until you meet actuaries, like the kids, right? And it's phenomenal that she's doing it. And I'm like, them niggas are so annoying. Remember we were talking about know-it-alls?
Yeah. Smart niggas.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a smart nigga annoying, but he's right? Them motherfuckers were so smart, right? And guys, this is time series analysis, man. For those who don't know what time series analysis is, man. They'll be like, sir, that equation is wrong there. And they look at it. Oh, sorry. And I'm like, nigga, who the fuck are you?
Correcting the lecturer.
So, for any motherfucker who thinks in our country you don't produce talent.
But you see what's the best part with the introduction of AI? All those guys' egos can go to hell.
No. The thing is,
they can go to hell.
You know what's the importance when we speak about, guys? We must never ever think that AI can replace experts and specialists.
Really
what I said is, it is human empowered and it makes people even better. The ones who want to do dumb shit are gonna do dumb shit.
But the reality and the truth is that the people who are going to be, their jobs are more at risk if you don't have a specialized job as you specified now with the degree. It starts there. They're starting with matric certificates. And
they're already now trying to make degrees just obsolete, man. You know what I mean?
Already.
Yeah, dog. Imagine, have you ever seen those applications? They say it's an entry level and then it wants experience and it wants masters, and you're like, whoa.
Why masters? I really don't get the concept.
It's so crazy, but like
anyways, man.
Shout out to her, man. Just wanted to spread that good news, man, that we out here as African black women doing.
But man, shout out, man. I appreciate
that is awesome, bro. Like,
I appreciate you, just informing us a little bit on the knowledge of AI, because I feel like, look, this is the first time I would say, like, not the first time, but what you are explaining and getting into, I think it's a lot of information that some people would love to know or love to hear, because it at least creates some sort of context. And as much as you're not like an expert, because a lot of people are not experts. Yeah, that's the thing. We all don't know like I feel like we really need to. We
don't know. That's what I'm saying. Even
need to start
it's dribbling everyone to the point.
But I feel like we really need to start having this vibe, like, bro, not. People, we really don't know what the fuck's going on. No one really knows what the fuck's going on. And anyone who wants to seem so sure that they know what the fuck's going on, honestly, let's be honest. Let's be honest now. You are full of yourself. And, like you couldn't.
Yeah, and so no problem. I didn't want to bore the audience, because I'm really passionate about it. But at the end of the day, you guys must always know that the reason why I'm also passionate about AI is because we don't want to fucking lie to you guys, and all the other STEM niggas won't tell you this. This is pure fucking statistics. It's probability. That's why I forgot one thing.
You get the podcast, so you get the real question.
So like one thing I forgot to tell you, even when you prompt, it is using probability to try and get your answer. Yeah. And writing these algorithms. So
but it's doing it in a way that we can't fathom or even.
No. So I'm saying they are so there isn't one expert. There are like so many different fields within fields and different careers even being born. But hey, let's go. Let's stop being nerds. Let's jump into the tweet section. What are we gonna call it? Just because we're gonna disrespect Elon, we're not gonna even say X ever. We're gonna just keep saying Twitter for the rest of like time.
I don't even think we should even say Twitter. Say nothing.
These are opinions that no one asked for. Welcome.
Also check out my TikTok, where you will see
yes. Check out Vinny's TikTok.
Yeah, also check out the boy Hussein released himself a nice little EP, which I personally think you should have just called it an album. Dope shit, man. Inspirational shit, man.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, check it out. It's called what?
Self.
Yeah, man. I think he's wearing the same.
Yeah. I'm on a promotional tour right now. I'm on a promotional tour.
Yeah, you're gonna see him soon on all your local podcasts. But anyways,
hopefully.
Okay. They say you guys farted groove, and that's so crazy to me.
Damn.
I farted many times.
Do you know what I hate about a fart?
Yeah.
Like, especially, and I'm speaking
You've never farted walking in a mall before, just
when
you know first we've had
like I don't know, man. I think adults who fart in public, y'all need to be stopped.
No, but like, it's not farting in public.
Fuck y'all, nigga. Y'all are grown ass people.
No, I'm saying like, now imagine you're walking in the mall, right?
Yeah.
And then as you're walking, you're like, okay, I got a fart. You've been holding, you've been clamping.
Yeah.
And then by mistake, the fart goes out, and you realize, oh, it's not that loud. And then maybe it's just.
So you still do that? As a grown ass
let's
person?
say, yeah, nigga.
So you're like the kid.
Hey, nigga.
The kid.
No, I've never been caught. But you see, it goes.
Nigga, no, you need to be stopped. That is wrong. Because you're a pure adult.
Can I be honest with you, bro? Yeah. I'm not gonna hold in a fart that's gonna mess up my.
So wait, this is like you know.
Have you ever? Do you know the side effects?
My biggest fear
of holding in a fart.
You know what's my biggest fear?
You remember we watched 1,000 Ways to Die?
Don't.
What happens? It taught us what happens when you hold farts in for way too long. You will fart out of your mouth and you start choking on the smell, and then now you dead. What? Because you said to yourself, I wouldn't want to be, what did you call us? A menace to society. Yo, this is a natural process, and God put us on this earth to fart, so we will fart. Obviously, I'm just saying, don't fart in public. And honestly, I'm talking a lot of cock. You know, for me, the farts that smell. You know, I don't mind hearing the sound, but it's like when a nigga farts and then
you guys don't fart.
Smells like an abomination.
You know what farts do, man. I don't know if anyone subconsciously, like, if I see, like at the time, like when you're single, like if you smell a fart and This sounds weird. If you smell a fart and see someone pretty, they automatically just don't do it for you. Have you ever seen it like, oh my god, and you're just like, and you're looking at it, you're like, ugh. So guys, don't be, because if you're farting at groove, you're ruining chances for niggas
But
to
if
pull,
you,
man.
they never said when you fart, people know that you farted.
But nigga, you're gonna smell that, bro.
Hmm?
And it's clattery, sweaty, all of it alcohol smelling,
But you know what I'll
smoke.
call you a thug. Real nigga. Got baddies in the VIP. Popping bottles, you got an ace of spade. And then, you know, and the best part is the DJ's, he's doing that slow transition, just
Yeah.
that silent one, so that he's gonna move on to the next beat and
Oh
you
my-
rip one.
Bro, you're
And then
way,
after that, you just look at the niggas.
You're way
You're
too...
telling me, no, baddies going no way, nigga.
Bro,
This
you're
is-
way too invested for me in this. Like, it's even scary.
Nah, shout
bro.
out to the niggas who fought out there, nigga. These niggas
This
are trying to
is even-
shame y'all
This is
for
scary.
no reason. But
This is
anyway,
scary, bro.
bro, you know what, man? Guys, yo.
Go to the
I
next
think
topic.
you wanna read the next tweet? 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like we're going over time, but
Nah, we should be fine, man. Just go.
a minute. The minute a nigga invites the Hans to our table, I asked the waiter for my I asked the waiter for my separate bill.
Yeah, niggas are saucy, bro.
What do you mean? Personally, I would do the same thing. Yeah,
'Cause I think we
never had the discussion.
Because I think in the restaurant area, it's easier to split the bill.
In the club, it's hard, especially
Because you're like, no, don't worry, man, I'll pay you back.
Yeah. Nah, it's not even about the paying back part. It's because let me read it properly again. The minute a nigga invites Hans to our table, I ask the waiter for my bill to be separate. You know what this means? Because this is what happened. We were chilling as niggas. We was putting my drinks, and then one of the niggas, the chama boy of the group, and then he goes, he hollers at chicks. And that guy is usually the guy who has no money, busy making.
Always the guy who knows how to talk well.
The one who just never has money. So then he comes back with his hands. Then you thinking, obviously, because you also caught up in the vibes, caught up in the sauce. You know, the female moya. Now you also saying, oh, the girls are ordering drinks, whatever. And then those girls are like, okay, it's nice meeting you, and they leave. Like they always do.
You know what?
Now there's a beer.
I think I've been fortunate enough to be broke for most of my life.
Yeah, to realize
Yeah, you
that,
know,
man.
I don't know what it
Stay in
is
your
to just like lose money over like that, and then they walk away and you just go to bed. I think that's damn near depression right
That's
there.
insane, man.
That's just depression.
I'm not saying like because
I'm not judging, but like
yeah.
essentially, I'm just saying I'll question my life choices, fam. Like I just popped bottles
But
with
I just
y'all.
think you're a broke nigga, just like me, man.
Man, yeah, we just doing broke things.
Yeah,
One
broke
more.
things, man. Broke boys make the world go around. You know that.
Broke boys make the world go around.
Go around, man. Like, ladies and gentlemen,
One more tweet, nigga.
bro. Okay.
You know we usually run until
I
10
have
minutes.
to go home, bro.
I'm also tired,
Yeah,
guys.
I have
Actually,
a wife waiting for me, man.
also I what?
Yo, okay. Let me just. You stop moving your mouse for 5 seconds, and Microsoft Teams will say you never showed up to work.
So I know what they mean. There's like this stay away. Like I get once you just leave the mouse for a while, even if the PC doesn't lock. If you look at your profile picture, it does that orange tick, meaning you are away. Last seen, and you're like, bitch, I just want to go grab.
I heard they were selling a machine. They didn't try to moves like this. That's why they buy that.
Yeah,
So niggas because it doesn't necessarily recognize that.
Yeah,
What are you doing on your computer?
No. Like you basically just maybe stood up to go do something, and maybe your PC didn't lock. It didn't lock yet, right? Because
I'm so
obviously,
happy I don't do Microsoft Teams.
so
like that,
there. But then it just exposes, bro. Like Microsoft Teams is the backbone of.
Screw it, blood. We're all human here, man. You know, these people need to stop acting like life. We're not humans. We're humans, man.
Yeah, man.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your favorite podcast that no one knows of. Another episode of a fire show that one day will be on the road. Ah, man, that was some bars right there. This has been Third Avenue.
Out. Peace.
Peace.